Wacky Deli is the episode from the third season of Rocko's Modern Life that parodies the animation industry, provides plenty of spontaneous laughs, and probably has more of an impact now in regards to how Nickelodeon is run. Some would consider that this is the producer's episode, where Ed Bighead's son and animator Ralph wants to get out of his contract by creating a terrible show. He enlists the help of Rocko and his friends to take the task, and what starts off as a disaster becomes a hit when fans and critics alike. There's a great gag where we see the pilot is shown to the studio heads, and it's nothing more than a disjointed montage of animated color, sound, and food preparation. It's one of the stranger moments from an otherwise strange show. This was the first episode I remember seeing where there was a two-parter. The first episode focused on the creation of the show. The second shows Ralph's attempt at trying to destroy it. This is probably why it's left such an impact on me as a kid. I always remember the show for its over-the-top antics, but somehow the slower pace and refinement made it one of the more distinguishable episodes. Sure, you got your moments where people tear a guy limb from limb one scene and then he's perfectly fine the other, but on the grand scheme of things, its focus is on an animator trying to screw his career up. Oh yeah, and as far as the strange Rocko's Modern Life moments go, you have the big heads engaging in one would assume to be the strangest form of foreplay involving a giant hamster ball. And then there's the moment where Ralph convinces Rocko to make an episode that's nothing more than 10-minute hold on a bottle of mayonnaise. Coincidentally, this moment was referenced when a couple years back Teen Nick said they would air a never-before-seen episode of Rocko's Modern Life. What it turned out to be was an elaborate April Fool's prank where the aired episode was nothing more than a hold on the jar of mayonnaise. I think what made me think of this episode was actually a strange connection I made with the new Batman and Superman movie. You have all this hype surrounding the film, and you can't help but wonder who is in charge letting terrible ideas run rampant for the sake of getting out of a contract. But after seeing the episode years later, I somehow made a different connection. Let's see, an animator who's burnt out wants to create a cartoon that's worse in quality and yet manages to last longer on television. Sound familiar? And if you want to make that connection to the state of SpongeBob, look no further because the creator of SpongeBob, Stephen Hillenburg, directed and storyboarded this episode. You could almost imagine that this was a self-fulfilling prophecy, or imagine if Hillenburg would travel back in time to this episode's creation and tell him this is his destiny. Otherwise, this is a very enjoyable episode of Rocko's Modern Life, and I definitely think you should check it out.